And sometimes it takes it to another level where it's just based, just kind of just teasing, man. So I just feel like right now the state of where women are and what's acceptable.
Hey, good evening. Conversation with Friends Family. It's episode 10 of Conversations with Friends. And tonight we are going to discuss health, fitness, and nutrition. We have two beautiful guests here, Jerry and Tashimoto, as well as my co host, Melodic Storm. And welcome, everyone.
Hello, hello,
Good
hello.
evening.
Uh,
Good evening.
Man,
is everybody enjoying this heat wave that we're all in the Northeast?
absolutely
Not
not.
really.
As people say, stay dehydrated, and I think that most people don't realize best. And this is a question I got for you guys that's kind of like off the cuff. I think dehydration starts at night, I think, because not when you in the middle of the heat wave should it start. But we had a great show for tonight prepared. And Tashimoto, I'll start off with you. Explain to us and the audience what you do with your business. I find it very unique.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I do many things, but the main thing that I am doing right now is I Love Big Hoops, and it is a company based in Harlem, New York. I teach water weighted hula hoop lessons to anyone who's willing to try. And my children, Maverick, who's 7, and my daughter, Monarch, who's about to be 5, they teach children hula hooping. And while the sessions are going on with the adults, we also have STEAM based art and activities in the park for the kids.
So this is your community work. You the service that what I would say would be dear to your heart, and you realize that this is what you love to do, and has you engaged with community as well.
Yes, most definitely. It is turning out to be something instrumental in my community. We've been doing it for about 2 years, and it's my husband, Michael, myself, and my two children, Maverick and Monarch, and we basically do it. Sometimes people pay for the classes if they can afford it, and most times people in the community donate for other people to attend to the classes because they walk by and it's like, hey, what is this you're doing? Or is this a private party? And then when they find out, it's like they really love it. It's mostly a grassroots thing, though. Although I'm on social media, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do the social media.
Yeah,
So,
that's the I think that far as a business, when you come from an organic place and it's a sense of community, it's like you doing what you love and you don't even think about the business aspect. It's more of this is what I love to do. So it's never a bad day. I'm having fun. It's a good activity. And then because you and your family, your husband and your kids do it together, it's basically an outing. And I'm quite sure how when you have small children with their friends, they make it a whole activity and be like, yo, you got to chill with us this weekend because we're going to be here and, so forth and so on.
they actually solicit kids in the park. They go to the park and the kids know who they are. And then the next thing they come back like, oh, my friend wants to play or whatever. And I'm like, oh, your friend, what's your friend's name? They're like, I try to
Yeah.
teach everybody's their friend, my cousin, you know. So the kids in the park and the community actually they love it, and how it turned into like other people donating towards it is like parents or adults in the park will overhear a child asking, and maybe their parent like, oh, I don't know what that is, or I don't have the money, or whatever the case may be, and someone else sitting there like, hey sis, how much is it? Because I wanna buy a hula hoop for the kids, because we also sell hula hoops for the kids, which is $5. So they buy a hula hoop for the kid and let them participate in an activity. We paint rocks every Sunday and have a little rock garden on 143rd and Lenox Avenue. So all
Wow.
week when we're not there, the kids come back and then they tell me on Sunday, "Hey, Miss Tasha, I saw my rock when I came to the park," and it's like, it's dope.
Great, great. And we have another guest, trainer Jerry. She told me she a little nervous, so we're gonna get that nervous stuff right out the bat. Like, this ain't her first time. This ain't her first rodeo. So, Jerry, what's going on? Oh, she can't hear me. I think she might have froze. Jerry, could you hear me?
Jerry?
Mm,
Thank you for having me on. I'm excited to be here as
yeah, it's like a delay.
well. Um,
Go ahead, Jerry. It's a delay, but I
can
we're gonna try to get through it. It's a real bad delay.
you hear me?
Yeah, it's a delay in the connection, melodic.
Hold on.
Okay.
So because I can't, because it's gonna be hard for me to hear what Jerry's saying, because the delay is so long. I know melodic. You have some questions that for both of us that you would can get Tashimoto to answer until we can figure out the connection with Jerry.
Okay. So, what motivated you to seek a better fitness regimen?
Uh, what motivated me to seek a better fitness regimen is actually really quickly. It was from a sad place. I started hula hooping because I was sad about the pandemic and being closed in and all the things that were going on. And I had a hula hoop for about a month. And I kept walking by it like, oh, I'll try tomorrow, I'll try tomorrow. And then one day, tomorrow was today. And I picked it up and I went outside with the hoop and it was like, oh, I called the guy who made it, like, oh, I don't think I can use this thing. It's too big. I need training. He's like, you got this, girl. So I walked to the park and I started using the hoop. But the walk to the park, I live in Harlem, New York. And if anyone knows about New York, we don't really speak to each other. We don't make eye contact, nothing.
Right.
The whole walk to the park, people kept saying, hey, hula hoop, what's that? Hey, miss, what is that? Is that a hula? And it was everyone, men, women, children, little kids, older people, like, and it was like, okay. And mind you, this is the pandemic, so this was like September 2020. So fast forward, by the time I'm outside using it, a couple of people asked if they use it, but it's like pandemic. I'm like, no, you can't touch my hoop. So I
Right.
bought another one so that they could use it. And then it's like, wait a minute, when I come home with their hoop, I'm still touching it. So it was like no holds barred. This is happiness. I can't hold it back. And then I just kept getting more and more because more people wanted to hoop with me and they didn't want to wait and they couldn't afford to buy them. And God told me to just do it and do it for free and let Him worry about the details. So here we are.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm just curious, did your decision to hula hoop also have anything to do with the fact that, you just wanted to have a better, just a better fitness regimen and just, to to have more energy, more stamina, because sometimes the things that we eat or just being inactive also causes us to be, causes stress on your body, your mind. Were you looking to like, have your mind, body, and soul, aligned?
Actually, no, that wound up happening in the process. And guys, in case you don't know, because I just realized I didn't mention this in my introduction, that Melodic is my cousin. So you know that fitness is not my thing. And I'm the person that doesn't count the calories. I'm hula hooping down the block eating an icy or pizza while I'm hula hooping. So that's who I am. However, doing the hula hoop, this one in specific, because they're water weighted, it became therapeutic, it became exercise, and it became like meditation for me. After a while, I started to forget. I had this big giant hula hoop, 3 pound weighted hula hoop on my waist, because I was like in another mental space. It was so wonderful, you know?
Okay, okay. So, Jerry, the same question for you. I'll repeat it. What motivated you to seek a better fitness regimen?
She might have froze again. Yeah, she froze again, Nick.
Okay, all right. Q, do you have another question?
No, I just like I said, I find it interesting. Do you said I know you said Tashimoto about the calories. Do you think that a person when they come to you or they seeking like maybe they may not be like it's a workout or trying to stay fit, they just want to do it. You think they should see their doctor first?
I don't think a person has to see a doctor, because I give them very thorough instructions. I have different sizes of hoops, and I have like a general conversation once I meet a person who's interested, just to talk about their restrictions if they have any. If they would like to have a doctor to ask, or if someone says something to me like I have a brace or I have this, what I'll do, or if they say they see a therapist, what I'll do is I'll recommend which group they should try. I'll give them the tips, and then I will video them with their phone 360 and ask them to bring it to their doctor or therapist to find out how would this impact their current lifestyle or their rehabilitation.
Tell me real quick one of the most craziest stories that you encountered since you've been doing it.
Well, nothing too crazy, but a lot of people are, like I said, I'm not really on social media, but I do have a couple of things up. I'm not active. I have a TikTok page, and my name on there is I Love Big Hoops, because when I tried to get I Love Big Hoops, I couldn't. So I made my first name Olive, last name Big Hoops. It's a little bit provocative, the video, and a lot of people that I gave it to or sent it to via email or text messages like, I don't know if I should be watching this, because you see how I'm dressed. I normally dress like this or show very little skin. So they're like, I didn't even know you had a mole on your neck. So that means like something is, I don't know if I should press play. What did you send me? Did you mean to send this to Mike? And it's like, so it's my own story. It's like, no, I sent it to you. Press play. So if you watch the video, you'll see I'm just hula hooping, but I have one like, what is it called? A crop top? No, I think it's a crop top, a tube top. So this much of my skin is exposed. And as a person does the slow disclosure and comes out, then you see, oh,
And it's also flesh colored, so it's.
and it's a song. I could do this for hours and hours. So anyone who knows me that doesn't know that side of me is like, wait, is this the hula hoop lady with the kids activities? Like, what is this? So it's a little funny.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of the younger generation is like, "Oh, what? I know it. I know you ain't dressed like that," and and then the
Right.
older ones are the older people are probably be definitely like you said, questioning, "Are you sure you put that up there?" But Jerry, can you
Jerry,
hear
can
us
you hear
now?
us?
Yeah, I can hear you
Oh,
right
Okay.
now. Okay.
Excellent. Yay. All right. We're
Whew.
okay. So first question, Jerry. What
Yes.
motivated you to seek a better fitness regimen?
What motivated me was, well, I've been doing this since I was 12. I always been into
Okay.
fitness. So
Okay.
you remember those weights back in the day, those gray dumbbells? Well, you would think this little girl should be playing with dolls and stuff like that. I was playing with weights. So from
Okay.
that point on, I just took it from there and just ran with it. So it's like it's one of my passions I love doing.
Yes.
one of the questions that we had asked Tashimoto, Jerry, we
Hmm.
know you're a trainer. Explain a little bit about your background because we didn't get a chance because of the
Yes.
connection, and let
Okay.
everybody know what you do exactly.
Okay. I'm a trainer. Just call me Trainer Jerry. Nothing big. I've been training for about almost 15 years now. I do weight training. I do weight loss, conditioning, strength training, stuff like that.
So
Okay.
I walked into your store, and
Uh-huh.
I walked into your gym,
Mhm.
and should I consult a doctor first, a physician first?
Yes, you should because you don't know, what your underlying conditions are. So say if you have diabetes or a heart condition, we need to know things like that. If you have,
Okay.
family history of heart disease or, anything like that.
Let me ask you because what one of the things that Tashimoto does with hula hoops, I can see where the hula hoop would be a form of hit, Jerry.
Hmm. It could be,
What is
yeah.
your view? What is your view on hit? High intensity interval training.
I love HIIT. HIIT is good for burning, losing weight, burning fat, strengthening muscles, building muscles. After you're done, once you're done doing HIIT, you're still burning fat after, hours after you're done doing that workout. So it's a great workout. I use it with my clients all the time. I start them with weight training first, and then like after the weight training, we'll do like 10, 15 minutes of HIIT. So they burn the extra calories after that initial weight training workout. A lot of them don't
Okay.
like it, but they thank me later.
I'm sure they don't.
Yeah, I'm not,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not their friend.
One of the things in Tashimoto, this is to both of you guys. One of the things that in the health, nutrition, fitness industry that has really gotten big is intermittent fasting. It has gotten big over the last couple of years. What do you guys view with intermittent fasting? Should a person do it, or you know, do you think it's recommended?
I I wasn't really big on. I'm not really big on intermittent fasting because you don't know. Say if a person who's a diabetic, they have to eat in order to, you know, do their workout, or they have to be careful with their insulin and their diabetes and all that. So I mean, I'm not a big fan of the intermittent fasting. I mean, everybody's different. It works for some people it doesn't work for. But
Yeah.
to each his own.
Okay.
I don't.
So do you feel that people should look into having like a balanced diet and eating like 3 meals a day, or and like snacks in between? Do you feel that that works out better, especially when you're working out?
Yes, you definitely should eat 3 meals a day, and you should have. Um, what I have my clients do is I would go through their food list to see what kind of food they normally eat, and if it's like highly, fatty food, we'll go through the list and we'll substitute things out.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay. So
Wow.
what's your view on fruit? I know I've gone to several different personal trainers, and I know they're always like, always try to make sure that if you do eat fruit, to eat the fruits that are low in sugar, like berries, like strawberries,
hmm
blackberries,
hmm
blueberries, and try to stay away from the grapes, the apples, the bananas, the oranges, because they're very high in sugar. And a lot of people, even though they're good for you in moderation, sometimes they can actually tack on the pounds as well.
that is true. The grapes are big. I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. I love my grapes. I love my bananas and apples. I'm sorry, y'all, but I do love my strawberries and my blueberries and stuff like that because they're high in antioxidants. So that's what you need to help burn calories and burn fat.
Right. And what's your view on smoothies? I had this conversation with someone about smoothies.
I love smoothies. Smoothies are good for you, as long as it's strawberries, blueberries, stuff like that. I ain't gonna hold you again. I put bananas and stuff in my smoothie because I love bananas.
Okay.
So
But let
don't
me
hold me
let
to
me
that.
let me ask you. Let me piggyback off that question. I know a lot of people say that the best time to eat those type of sugary fruits would be in the morning opposed to night. Would you is it a difference of when you eat certain things at night or during the day, or if you don't sleep, you could be somebody that works at night. Should you is it a certain time to eat certain things?
Um, well, some of the research I read said that bananas and apples aren't good for you to eat at night because of the sugar content in it. So I would say it was best to eat that like in the morning time when you know, when you're constantly moving around, you burn that sugar off.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I have another
yeah.
question for you. Okay, so here's a main one that I struggle with in the morning before I go to the gym. So sometimes,
Mhm.
depending on whether or not I ate the night before, I can wake up and I'm starving. So usually I'll have water before I go to the gym, and I have to have my coffee. But I drink my coffee black, so it's like 0 calories.
Right.
But sometimes I will grab like a green apple, and I'm wondering, because it has such a high sugar content, whether or not I'm doing myself a disservice by having the apple before I go to the gym. And if that's the case, is there something that you can recommend that would be better?
Well, normally when before I go to the gym, I eat a banana because you need those carbs. Excuse me. You need those carbs for either banana, a half banana, not a whole banana, a half banana, just to get my sugar level up and get them carbs in that you need because you need them carbs for your energy. So
Okay.
normally I either eat that or I eat a wheat toast, a half a wheat toast with some peanut butter and honey. So if you don't
Okay.
want to do like if you don't want to do anything that's sugary, I normally either do toast, like wheat toast, wheat toast, peanut butter, and some honey just to build that energy up and get that sugar in and get them carbs in so you can complete that workout.
Okay.
If there's anyone in the chat that has any questions for the young ladies, just post your question. I'll put it up on the screen because I know that a lot of times when we do shows and you have somebody this is their wheelhouse, you got to get them to talk, and they're not just going to give you information because they don't know what type of information that we're looking for out of
Exactly.
them. So a lot of times, you guys in the chat makes the show very interesting by
Right.
asking questions. I want to
Mhm.
ask Tashimoto a question, and it's going to lead into me asking Jerry a question. Tashimoto, you never counted calories?
No, uh,
Uh-oh.
no, I haven't. Um, like right now, I weigh about 136 pounds, and at my most, I was like maybe 270 something or 280 when I was pregnant with my son. I couldn't stop eating. I was so mean. Every 2 hours, it was like, feed me. I was so mean. But I gained like 60 pounds with the pregnancy, and it was like a high meat. All I wanted was meat and Wendy's. But anyway, no, the one time I went on a diet was a very long time ago when I was in high school, and my cousin Shanae and myself decided we was gonna be so fit, and we got all these little cute outfits. And my uncle, who used to make us breakfast every morning, like French toast and waffles, he was like, "Nah, we can't eat that. We gotta eat boiled eggs. We gotta eat grapefruit. We gotta eat toast, dry toast, no hot chocolate. Oh, well, whipped cream, forget it. We drinking water." We did that for about a week and a half. He's like, "Y'all ready for some real food now?" That's the only time in my life that I've been on a diet or counted calories. I'm very high energy.
And now segue that to Jerry as a trainer. What is your outlook on the calorie counter? Should we count calories or just go and just work out and just burn?
Mhm.
Oh, you heard me, Jerry?
Calories, especially your fat, your carbs, and your sugar. I follow. My. Can you hear me? Lost
No,
me
Yes.
you're
again.
freezing up. It's kind of
Can you
choppy.
hear me?
You're freezing up. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Can you hear? All right. Like I was saying, I have an app on my phone. It's called MyFitPal that I log in everything I eat. So if because sometimes I don't have time to sit down and write down everything I eat, so I just log in my meal, my breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, and everything, and I count my calories up. So that's how I count my calories.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, Jerry.
So
Does
if
it
you follow
make it?
that, if you got an iPhone,
Yeah, it's
can
coming
you hear
through
me?
choppy.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Okay,
know.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming through choppy, Jerry. But you could whatever you just said, you could just say it over again. We understand it's real bad weather on all of our
Can
parts.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So I guess we just like to
I
make an
said,
announcement that we're having really bad weather in the areas that we're in. So the internet has been really, we've been having a lot of technical difficulties today.
I use. Can you hear? Still coming?
Yes.
yeah. It's like it's real choppy and it's coming through with a delay. She said it's called. Oh, I think it's My Fitness.
MyFitPal.
My Fit
My Fit
Pal,
Pal.
Ramona. Ramona's called My Fit Pal, and
Can you guys still hear me?
yeah, we can hear you a
Yes.
little better now.
Ramona, hi.
Jerry, I do
My
got a question for you.
Pal.
It's, he said, how do you think about oatmeal smoothies with peanut butter and cinnamon for breakfast in the
Right.
morning? A lot of protein there, buddy.
You hear me now? Hello.
Yes, we can
Can
hear
you guys
you.
hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Did you see the question, Jerry?
I do the same thing.
Okay. So King, that's what Jerry says. She does the same thing. So I guess she feels
I do the
very strongly about the
same.
oatmeal peanut butter smoothie.
That's
Oh,
okay. Good.
hold on.
Maybe come out and log back in.
All right. Yes. I read that.
Nick,
Yes.
explain to her to if you could you text her to Melodic, could you text her to get close to her modem? If
Okay.
that could be an issue. But anyway, Tashimoto, me and you bad because we don't count calories. I've never counted a calorie a day in my life. I go in the store and just buy stuff. I see something I want and I eat it. And if I choose to try to burn it off, I just go for what I know.
I'm saying that's what I do, and for the most part, I eat all day long, but I just eat in small portions, and I will just continue to eat. I eat snacks, I eat smooth, I have a pretty broad palate. There's certain things like I'm not like
You
octopus. I
you
like the
wait,
calamari.
you have a pretty broad palate, did you say?
I do. Now I do. I don't eat octopus except for the calamari little circles, but that's the one thing
Can't get no closer.
I can't. But yeah, I eat a whole lot more and better now.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
Yes, because my aunt told me this, and it's as simple as it is. I used to be like, "Oh no, I don't eat that." They like try it. Oh no, I'm not trying that. My aunt's like, "Tasha, just eat it. If you don't like it, spit it out. But tell people beforehand, if I don't like it, I'm gonna spit it out, and I ain't gonna front like I like it." So
Right.
that's what I do. I give the precursor, like, "Hey, I'll try your octopus salad, but if I don't like it, I have my napkin ready, and I'm gonna tell you that." So,
Okay.
but that's it. Yes, I eat a lot of stuff now.
So a broad palate means if you go to a buffet that's clean, you liable to do a lot of picking around stuff and put a whole bunch of stuff on you. See, you know how we do
That's
it.
very contradictory. A buffet that's clean.
No, melodic. What it really is, she'll get the saucer plate, right? Not the big plate, a
Right.
saucer plate, and then just put a whole bunch of every little thing.
She's
No,
not
I
she's
get
not
the
doing
big
that.
plate.
She's
I
gonna
the
get
big
the
plate.
wait. She's gonna get the plate, right? And then
But
she's going to
Some
go.
foods can't touch other
Right.
foods.
She's going to go to, let's say, I'm just gonna throw certain. Let's say she's gonna go to the bourbon chicken, and then she's gonna go to the French fries, and then she's going to go to maybe, let's say, the broccoli, and then that's all she's gonna eat. And she may go back several times, but she'll go back and get the same thing.
No, not no more. That's what I get on my first plate. Then I'll get my second plate, none of the same stuff and light stuff. But the one thing I can't do is if I got some candy yams or something, they have to be separate. That is the one, in collard greens. Don't let those foods touch my other foods, because now the taste is overpower my other foods. So that's my collard greens and candy yams. I need them in the bowl. I'm sorry.
But I don't think collard greens and candy yams are like going to help with health and nutrition.
Listen, I told your listeners I am not the most fit. However, I have energy. I hula hoop every day, at least 2 hours. And my hula hooping is the gateway to get them to Trainer Jerry. Like me, I've been working on the belly button down for 2 years now, ready to work on this. I need some help, Jerry.
Oh yeah, I got you. But the yams are actually good.
That's what it is.
The yams are good if you don't add the extra sugar and butter.
Oh, you know I'm adding
But
that.
those
and
are the best
too.
ones. You know
I'm putting some syrup and some molasses up in there too. Sorry.
Jerry,
oh no,
Jerry, I want you to know,
Yeah.
I always had these debates because I am a big yam eater.
So
Yams and sweet potatoes is not the same thing.
I eat them both.
Don't you give me no marshmallows and pineapples though. I don't like that. No.
Oh yeah, all the extra stuff is not necessary.
right? It's definitely not necessary. It's definitely not.
So Jerry, you explained this, and I'm glad. Thank God that the connection is better.
right.
You explained to us.
Wait. One thing,
Go ahead,
Jerry,
go
can you repeat the app that you were referencing for everyone, because we did have someone ask about it.
It's called myfitpal.com. It's on Apple.
Okay.
It's on the Apple app.
So you Android users ain't nothing.
I'm sorry, Android users.
See, that's why nobody should have an Android. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Shots fired.
I have
Shots
them
fired. So Jerry, I know I don't want to make the show simplistic. I don't want to make the weight loss simplistic, because I know it is, it does mess with a person's psyche of just being able to take the step to jump, take the step to do it. But is it literally your calorie deficit?
Is it literally a calorie deficit? Yeah, it is. Because how can I explain it?
And what's a safe calorie deficit, honestly?
I always have. It depends on the individual. Everybody's different. I had a client. I had her on an 1,800 calorie intake. She lost the weight. It depends on your workouts, how much you're eating. If you're measuring, it's best to measure your food. I'm a person, I like to measure my food because I like to know how much calories I'm taking in.
Okay.
I'm stuck. I'm sorry. But yeah, it depends on, it goes by how much calorie you're taking in, how you're eating, and it includes your workout.
Okay.
So if you're burning enough calories to cover that deficit that you're taking in.
I'm gonna ask a couple weird questions. They might seem like they're a little different and a little
And I have
odd.
some questions to piggyback off of that as well.
Jerry, what is, and you mentioned it when you explained what you do with your clients. Why is it important to do weight training before the calisthenics?
Well, everybody's different. Some people like to do calisthenics before the weight training, or some people like to do weight training for the calisthenics. Me, I prefer to do my weight training first and do my calisthenics afterwards, or cardio afterwards, because it helps burn extra calories that that you didn't burn during weight training.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
but some people do it different, like
okay. So, just in regards to the caloric deficit. So, from my understanding, I did a little bit of research, and if you eat too few calories, you'll feel very hungry and very tired. But you can also slow up your metabolism, and you can start losing muscle mass if you don't eat enough calories.
Correct. That is correct.
So how do you fight that? Are you saying that every person's weight will determine how you figure out, how many calories they should eat a day, or is it just okay? So it varies regarding the person.
It varies from each individual.
Okay.
So let me ask you: is it as simplistic, where we don't know? And I've heard this many times, and please correct me if I misspeak on this note, that we don't know where our body is going to store the fat or burn the fat when we're working out. But
Exactly.
is it a way that we could have a target area? Like a guy may want to lose his gut. Some young ladies might want to lose their thighs, butt, and be like, yeah, I got too much. Let me get rid of this area and let me target this area.
I get that quite often. I tell people you can't target train. If you want to train, you train everything. You want everything to even out. You can't just say I want to lose my belly and that's it. You have to focus on each body part. So it's like, I've seen people do it, but like I see guys come in, and I know you guys probably seen it in the gym. Guys come in and just work the top and just damn the legs. That just does something to me. I don't know what it is, but they just do top and just don't worry about the legs. It's like they're gonna top right over. I just want to tap them like, hey, what about your legs? You want to do that too? But or you have women come in, they do bottom and forget the top. I'm like, you want to even that out. So it looks imbalanced.
Okay.
So I always recommend people to work everything.
And even with what you're saying about the legs, is that is the biggest muscle that you have is in your legs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess my other question is.
So no target training, guys.
Okay. My other question is, I've been to several different trainers, and like you said, each person is different, but a lot of them will say, as far as weight loss, like increase your cardio. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you can increase your cardio, but how I do my workout with my clients is instead of doing 3 reps of 10 or 3 reps of 15s, I do 3 sets of 30s or 3 sets of 40 seconds, because you're weight training and you're resting very little in between, so you're burning fat as you're doing weight training as well. But I still add on like the 15-minute cardio, just to get some blood pumping in your body and your heart, getting your heart right too.
Okay.
Tashimo, you look like you had a question in there.
Yes.
No, I didn't have a question. I was just writing down some information, and I love paper and pen, real paper. I can't stand technology. I'm like a tech dinosaur. So for me, the hula hooping is like key because I don't exercise. I've been hula hooping almost daily for 2 years. Like since August of 2020, I hula hoop at least an hour every day. And because my body is now used to it and I have slimmed down, even though I was not that big to begin with, I have more of definition. And now people always ask me, well, what should I do with my arms? So if they are used to using the hula hoop, I ask them to incorporate a little bit of weights or the kettlebell or so you can work on this part or put your arms behind. Or if you have your phone, simply outstretch your arms and put your phone in front of you. So as you're hula hooping, you're working the muscle of your arm. To piggyback off of what Jerry was saying, is that muscle mass, it increases your core muscle mass from doing hula hooping. That's one of the benefits of hula hooping, and it burns calories. And although most people think that your waist or your stomach is how you hoop, how you keep the hoop going, especially with the water that's going to move on its own, is your knees. So your knees and your ankles are actually doing the work, and your stomach reaps the benefit. So for most of my clients, they're like me, they don't exercise at all. They don't want to go to the gym. So working out with me and coming to this class in which their children can hula hoop and or do activities, the parent feels safe, and it encourages them to want to now do more, to want to seek out a Jerry, to want to seek out a gym, to want to come to meet up with me outside of this class. So they're like, girl, I'm really getting a sweat on. I thought this was going to be fun. And although it is fun, this is a workout. Like, yes. Right. So
Yeah,
I think we need to do some work together so that you can give me the actual fitness side, because I'm getting ready to start doing training to be like certified, because this, I've had enough jobs in my life to know as of January, this is it. No matter what else I do, this is what I will be doing forever. This is what I was born to do.
Okay. So I have another question. Excuse me. Well, actually, it's a two-part question. How many times a week? Because Tashimoto said that she hula hoops every day. Do you go to the gym? Do you go to the gym every day, Jerry?
Okay. Yes, I do. I go. I actually cut it down because I was going like probably 5-6 days a week.
Okay.
For maybe an hour, 2 hours. That's on a good day. A bad day is like 3 hours.
Okay.
But
do you feel like you can go to the gym too much? Is there ever a point where you can go to the gym too much?
Yes. Okay. That's why I had to cut it down too much. And I was in there too long. So I had to actually cut down my time in the gym and how much I was going, but I was a lot.
Okay.
And people think, it's, I mean, it depends on what what your, you lost me again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. But yeah, people think, some people try to work out with me and think, they got to be in there for 2 hours. That's just my personal choice.
Right.
But I would recommend for my clients to go at least 3 to 4 days a week for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Okay. Tashimoto, do you ever, I don't know, let's say hula hoop for 2 hours a day? And are you ever like, maybe I need to cut down a little bit because, like, I don't know, maybe I'm having, back spasms or aches and pains? Like, do you ever like balance it out, or do you go for like a straight 2 hours a day, definitely every day?
Well, that's a very good question. I generally hula hoop for about an hour at a time, except for when I give my classes. Outside of that, it can be 2 to 4 hours or so per day as I go to different locations or whatever, or based on my schedule. But I don't go to the gym. I will be going to the gym in September once my kids are going, but I do other things. Like on Tuesdays, I am a member of the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club, and we meet on Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30. So I just learned, because I didn't know how to jump double dutch. I just learned like 2 months ago. I'm not that good. I could do maybe 20 jumps before the rope mess up or hit me, but it is wonderful because for years when we was kids, I'd be trying to get in the rope and they'd be like, girl, go somewhere. If you ain't going to jump it, get out of here. So I do that, and I'm getting ready to start roller skating again. I'm actually going to learn from this guy that's really dope. His name is Steven. He's down on 42nd Street. he's going to teach me how to balance the roller skating with the weighted hula hoop, so I can get another type of, like, I'm trying to incorporate the hula hoop and everything else that I do around it as much as possible. So I use the balls, I use the kettlebells, I use the little dumbbells, I use the resistance bands for my legs. I'm learning how to do tricks now with the 1 pound one, and I'm about to get some dance hoops so I can really learn how to maneuver, because people are asking me to perform and entertain. It's like, hey, I'm exercise and I have weighted exercise hoops. They're like, girl, do some moves.
All right. Well, I would just like to say thank you both very much for joining the show tonight. You definitely dropped some jewels on here. And I would also like you to, we'll start with Tashimoto. I'd like you to tell us about your tell us again, because we've heard it several times throughout the broadcast, but tell us about your tangible goods and services that you provide, and please let our viewers know your contact information in regards to your social handles, etc., and how they can get in contact with you if they're interested in your services.
Most of the stuff I do is on my phone and through email. So thank you guys so much for having me. Q, it was a pleasure meeting you. Jerry, it was a pleasure meeting you. We definitely need to do something together, probably online, because we are not close to each other, but we can make that happen. Okay, we can make that happen. My email address is ilovebiguhoops@gmail.com. On most social media, it's ilovebiguhoops1 or I_love_big_hoops. And as I mentioned earlier, on TikTok, it's Olive, the name, and Big Hoops is the last name. I'm not really on anything else right now. I'm challenging myself for the month of August, and you guys stay tuned. I will give you this information for your listeners that I will be putting my calendar up, and every day I have to do a different social media to force myself to be on all of this stuff and be totally, fully emerged by the time September 1st comes, because I know it don't make no kind of sense, but I'm really not interested. So again, I love big hoops.
You give classes on Sundays, don't you, in Harlem?
I give classes on Fridays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Brigadier General Charles Young Playground, which is on 143rd and Malcolm X Boulevard, formerly known as Lenox Avenue before gentrification. But that's a whole nother story and a show. So I'll just...
Well, thank you. Jerry, can you please let us know about your tangible services and goods and how our viewers can contact you?
Okay, my service is just Trainer Jerry. I'm a fitness trainer, strength trainer, help build muscle, lose weight, conditioning. I am on TikTok. I do a lot of TikTok videos. TikTok is TikTok Trainer Jerry. I'm on Instagram, Trainer Jerry, every Jerry. So if you want to find me, just plug it in, Trainer Jerry on Instagram.
So that's Trainer Jerry on Instagram.
And I have a
Trainer
YouTube
Jerry
channel
on
I'm working on. I'm rebuilding my YouTube channel. So that's also Trainer. And YouTube, Trainer Jerry.
And you.
So if y'all looking for a trainer, give me a call.
Thank you. And you're open to, so I just have a question. Are you open to giving training sessions, personal training sessions, or do you do group sessions as well?
I actually do one-on-one, because a lot of people don't like training in groups. Mm-hmm. So I do one-on-one, so I can give that client my personal attention.
Okay. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate
I was so nervous.
Great show.
You know, as Melodic had already told you guys, we really, really appreciate you guys coming on and allow us, Conversation with Friends, to be you guys' second home. And you know, Tashimoto, we're gonna fire a spark. We got to get this social media thing jumping. Like, at the end of the day, we got to deal with the technology. This is what we dealing with right now. And
Listen, that's it.
yeah, So no, I mean, one of the things that that you two are doing is, like I said when I was speaking to you directly, Tashimoto, earlier, is that when you're able to do something that you love, and so happen you may get paid for it one day, it makes it so much easier. It comes from an organic place, and it comes across very sincere when you're talking to a novice like myself who don't have a clue. Um, as we would say years ago, oh, it ain't manly for a man to be hula hooping.
Listen,
I don't
after
know
you
now.
see your girlfriend and she asks you who you been with, you tell her hula hoop because she's going to know the difference. I'm telling you.
I mean,
I'm telling
even
you, it
even
improves your stamina, your energy. Like,
even the way that you described it as a family affair, I think that that would be something that would really catch on, and it would make a lot of families do this together, because the health, fitness, and nutrition journey can be hard if your family's not doing it together. So to do any of this stuff together, encouraging when we have those days when we don't want to go to the gym, we come up with all the excuses not to go.
Right.
Or
Yep.
all excuses not to burn, not to just. And I know Jerry, even though she does the conventional gym, I know she'll say, if you can't get to the gym, do something. So
Do something at home.
that's right.
pick up a
Just
bag of sugar. That's 4 pounds, 5 pounds.
bag
Lift
of
it up.
sugar,
Get 2
canned
of them.
food, anything. Yeah.
That's right. So we appreciate you, ladies, and with that, excellent show, and everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys for joining us, and we'll see you soon for another episode of Conversations with Friends. You guys can stay on until we close out. All right.
Right. Stay on
Okay.
after the show. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.